Good morning, Facebook Live. I'm out super early this morning, so I thought I'd do a quick video, show you how the roads are. Gotten a ton of interest in these driving videos. It's a little early this morning, it's only 7:20, but we'll see who's awake and who's wanting to know how the roads are. I'm on Benham Drive in Bridgeport. So far, everything looks really good. No issues. Of course, we have to get outside of Bridgeport before we know how the roads really are, because their roads are actually heated in Bridgeport. I said that joke one time before on one of these videos, and I got so many laughs. It doesn't seem like that great a joke, but it really resonates with people. Maybe it's my delivery. Anyway, we're on Benham Drive, headed from like Jerry Dove back towards Bridgeport. And the road is looking all right now. We didn't have a ton of snow. It was only, I don't know, maybe an inch, maybe not. Back at my work, it looked like an inch, but here it doesn't. Since it is a Sunday, I may have less people interested in this video than usual. Seems like on the weekdays everybody's super interested in what the roads are like, but since it's Sunday morning, I don't know. We may not get a lot of interest here. So far so good here. The road is not looking bad. So what are we going to talk about this morning? I think half the people have been watching my videos for the road conditions, and maybe a few have also been watching for my great wisdom I pass on during these videos and talk about Clarksburg. I don't know. Which one are you? Tell me in the comments. Tell me what you want to talk about. Now on Main Street in Bridgeport. Once again, the road maybe is fine. I don't know. I thought I would turn my camera on just in case it was nasty, but so far all I'm seeing is wet road. It is cold. I mean, it's really cold. Kind of surprised it's not a little worse, I'll be honestly. But I think it's only 20s, 25. I think is what my phone said. Bridgeport's looking fine though. Just wet road, normal driving conditions. Nothing unusual. Oh, look, Winnie's put a cute little thing with a roof out there and put tables under it. It's a cool little restaurant if you've never been there. I've only ate from there once, and I was pretty impressed. Pretty neat. I try to keep my business inside Clarksburg, but Winnie's is kind of a cool place. I might be a trader and go outside the city limits to eat there. I don't do that very often, though. Coming up on the intersection of Virginia. Still, road looking fine. Now that road looks pretty bad going that way. Maybe I should have went that way. North Virginia. Looking pretty gross. But let's go get focused on Clarksburg. I feel like on my Clarksburg News and Observer page, there's a lot more people watching from Clarksburg than there are from Bridgeport, so I want to hit my target demographic. The center turning lane's kind of nasty here, but the main traffic lane is fine. I got a new phone holder, so hopefully I give less people motion sickness. It's probably a little more stable than some of the other things I've tried. There's an interesting topic. The old townhouse that got torn down after, I think, more than one murder there. I mean, murders never happen in Bridgeport, except for those couple times at the townhouse and the rest area and the serial killer. But, you know, other than those, Clarksburg is the violent town, not Bridgeport. All right. Like I said, the middle lane, which obviously probably doesn't have any salt or anything on it, it's kind of bad here, but I don't know, the sun will probably clear that up in a little bit. It's not a lot of snow. But Route 50 so far, at least through Bridgeport, very good condition. But remember, they do have the heated roads. The turning lane there, I don't know if you can see that, but that exit ramp is treacherous. So I guess that's something to be careful of. I should warn you about. If you're running fast on 50 and you're about to go north on 79, that ramp looked terrible just now. Like they missed putting salt on it or something. "35 people watching. I thought I would have less interest being Sunday morning, but that's as much or more than I've been getting from these normally. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Route 50, very good condition. No issues here. I'm going to call this a non-factor. I'm actually going to get off of 50 and see what the side road's like here. We'll go down old Route 50 here. Ooh, I can tell you this turning lane is pretty gross. Let's see how gross it is. Oh yeah. Let's do some drifting. Okay, don't try this at home. I'm a train driver on a closed circuit. Right. Okay, this is slick. So we get back to the same thing we learned on the last video. Even if 50, 79 and roads in Bridgeport are spectacular, roads like this are still gonna suck. I think suck is a good word here. This sucks. Yeah, this is slick. Coming up here on Harry Green Chevrolet, 7 acres of cars and trucks. I'm not sponsored by them right now, but I would be glad to take a sponsorship if you guys want to send me a check. Call my friend, Chef Jeff McLean. Great salesman, and I think he's watching. He sold me like, I don't know, 4 cars maybe? And I'm a car salesman. I still buy from Jeff. Chenoweth Ford. Lived here all my life and I've never bought a car there. Sorry. The Mitsubishi dealer, I don't even know what it's called now, Crown. I think it was purchased by Joe Pyle. That's why it changed names. I just need something to talk about, so I'm just giving you guys some factual things I know. know Joe Powell bought Country Club, and I'm pretty sure he bought that one too. I think he bought everything Todd Judy had, which included even his large amount of dealerships down south. I think he owns some in Charleston too. Look at that cool Jeep sitting at the speed shop. Nice color, nice color. Anyway, Joe Powell is my idol in business. I think it's the cowboy hat that makes him so popular. I wish I had the voice and the speed to be an auctioneer, because I would definitely go work for him. I'd get a smaller hat. I'd be like Little Enos. Hopefully someone is old enough in this chat to know Big Enos and Little Enos. But I could be like Little Enos to Joe Powell. Yeah, this road's pretty crappy. "38 people watching, that's crazy. Maybe y'all are getting ready to go to church or something and want to see how the road is, or go out to breakfast. I thought I'd have less people watching on Sunday morning. It's actually more. It's so cool. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully I can entertain you for a few minutes. I saw some more people signing up for the city council race. Rocky Romano Jr. or the third, I don't know what he is, I forget for sure. Not Rocky Romano that was the assessor. It's his son, I believe. That's kind of a cool one. I don't know him personally, but I love his dad. Super cool guy. So Rocky's cool. That could be a great addition to city council. I don't know. I don't know anything about him, so I don't want to give him too much props until I find out what he's for. Make sure he's not wanting to put a homeless center on every corner or anything like that. But I'm encouraged by the name Rocky Romano being on the city council. Who else? Hattie Wright, I saw signed up. You know, she was on city council for 1 year previously. She was the one of the ones in on that special election deal. And then after that 1 year special election deal was over, I don't think she ran again because she was having a baby. Could correct me if I'm wrong there. She may have lost, but I'm pretty sure she was having a baby and chose not to run. Oh, this road is terrible right here. See, this is interesting. Let's hit the brakes and see how slick it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, every time I get on the live, I forget the one girl's name, but her last name is definitely Rudder is running. Her husband ran previously, and I guess she's running now. Sorry I stopped there. There was actually a bush that I thought was a cat. So I slowed down. Turned out it was a bush growing right out of the sidewalk. Who else? Trevor Vance, who's actually a friend of mine, is running. Young guy, super smart. He works with me at 911 actually. So I hope he does well. Haven't really talked to him a lot about issues, so I don't know exactly what he wants to do yet at this point. Who else? Somebody in the comments help me. Who else is running? My memory is not spectacular when I'm talking. Shoot. I know there's like 3 more. Of course, Mayor Malfa Joe's running for re-election. Wayne Worth is running for mayor. And to this point, I don't think anyone's running against Wayne. I think, oh, Tuna. Don't ask me Tuna's real name right now. Shoot. What is Tuna's real name? Somebody tell me in the comments. I want to give him a plug, but I don't want to just call him Tuna. That's kind of disrespectful. I totally forget his name, though. It's Mateen. Come on. Come on, Gary. What is it? It's Mateen something. I forget. I'm sorry. But anyway, Tuna's awesome. So far, the people signed up. Pretty impressive. it's going to be a hell of a fight. I'll tell you that right now. When you start throwing in this many people and that many qualified people are running, I don't know, man. It's only 3 spots. Out of the ones I just named there, gosh, so many good people. I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a fight. That's all I can tell you. But back to the roads. The roads are very slick here downtown. I'm going to do it once around and look at Main Street too. But Pike Street, pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. Anyway, people running. Gosh, man. I just have a blank mind all of a sudden. You know, I'm so addicted to using my phone to look things up. I'm really bad at talking about things without it at this point. Between looking at Facebook for reference and ChatGPT and other things that I use, it's hard to just talk right off the cuff. But like I said, I don't think anybody at this point is running against Wayne Worth for mayor, and that's kind of sad. You know, I had a little thing I put out not too long ago that I was kind of mad at Wayne for a couple things that he's done on council, and I'm still kind of mad at him, but I think people kind of took it the wrong way. I think maybe in text things come across not exactly how you mean them sometimes. I don't know. I don't even think anybody's going to run against Wayne, and I'm sure Wayne will be mayor. And God, I never wanted anybody to think that I think Wayne is bad. I just don't love how Wayne has been as a councilman. I mean, I don't know. I hate to even get back into it. I know Wayne's mad at me. That's understandable. I'm kind of mad at him too over a couple things. Maybe that led to my lashing out a little bit. But we won't get into those issues. There's a couple things too complicated for me to explain over a snow video. But I don't know. It is what it is. I would like to see a mayor be a really strong leader. And it's my belief that Wayne is a better follower sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I was kind of hoping Tuna would run against him. But from what I've seen so far, I don't know if he's signed up yet or not, but I saw he was talking about running for mayor first, and then I saw Tuna for city council stuff posted, so I'm guessing he changed his mind and decided to do city council instead of mayor, which is fine. I think it's a good choice. Probably couldn't beat Wayne anyway, but I really like the kind of image that Tuna would project as the mayor. And I don't know anything about what Tuna believes or what he wants to do for the city, but I like the strength though. I don't know. It's kind of a ceremonial position anyway, so I don't know. I guess I look at it more as what kind of attitude is the council going to have, you know. And Wayne's the nicest guy in the world. I used to call him Clarksburg's Jesus, and I still feel that way. He does so many great things for the community, but I just wish he could be a little tougher. Maybe I was being a jerk to him on purpose, trying to make him a little bit tougher. And you know, he kind of backed up what I said on the whole business loan thing the other day, because he wanted to vote against that so badly. He voted for it and it passed, but if you watch the city council meeting back, when he voted yes, he actually threw his pen, had a terrible look on his face, was shaking his head no, and in his council comments commented that he felt like there was a gun to his head. I don't know. I feel like you should want to help the businesses, and maybe his reasoning is different than mine, but man, this project downtown has been such a strain on these businesses. And gosh, I hate being the person that hands out the taxpayers' money, but what do you do? I mean, you've put so much damage on these businesses. Like when you've closed the road in front of a business and taken away all the parking for, you know, literally like 30, 35, 40 days, some business owners have told me. I mean, I'm surprised some of these small businesses haven't, you know, completely folded. Like, do I like taking money out of economic development or ARPA funds or whatever and just giving the money away? No, I don't like that. I would much rather, you know, have better plans for money like that. But, God, man, it's your fault what you've done to these businesses. You've got to help them. I mean, that little bit of, you know, extra money that we're not telling them how they have to spend it might be the difference between, you know, a business completely folding and one hanging around. And I mean, that's a huge deal, folks, a huge deal. I don't know. I'm not sure I love how they did it, that they just picked every business and didn't make them fill out applications and just picked the ones that they felt like qualified. I don't know. I understand why they wanted to do it that way. Man, the road was really bad back that way in front of Notre Dame. I probably should have went that way. I understand why they wanted to do it that way, is what I was going to say, because they don't want to be picking winners and losers, but I don't know. I like having an application process and actually making them jump through a little bit of hoops, because I feel like there might be some businesses out there that don't really need it. And even if you just ask them to prove it by writing a little narrative, you might save some money. If they really weren't dedicated to trying to get the money, I don't know. But like I said, I understand their thinking of not wanting to pick winners and losers. I get it. But anyway, that's enough talk about that. So, hopefully it goes well, and hopefully that money gets spent in a way that, I don't know. Anybody that follows city politics knows all about the business grant program that was my idea when I was on council before, and I had this great plan, and it was complicated, but it was detailed, and there was an application process, and there was a committee that was going to approve who got the money and who didn't. And then as the program got put together, as it went further and further, it just got worse and worse, and you know, we kept putting more and more qualifications into it, and you know, I don't know. And there's no way you can't do a program like this without picking winners and losers, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I'd rather that instead of just picking indiscriminately, we at least make them say they want the money and say why they want the money. And I think that would have been a little more effective in my mind than just sending people cash that aren't even asking for it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm glad they did something, and I'm glad they stepped up for the businesses. And I don't want to give Wayne too much crap, because as you can hear in my voice, I have some reservations about this too, and I think it could have been a little better thought through. But overall, you've caused these businesses so much problem. You just had to do something for them. I don't know. What else can I talk about? Oh, I'm running for the water board. If y'all haven't heard yet, vote for me. The water board. Such a complicated subject and such a simple subject. It seems simple, but it's such a complicated thing. I'm running against Chad Sigmund. I think he signed up now. I don't know, but we've had like a little bit of back and forth. and maybe went too far with that. You all that know me and watch me online know that my fire can be lit if somebody pushes me too far. And I feel like Chad was pushing on me in the wrong way, bringing up my personal life and, you know, some other things that he knows get under my skin. We've actually been friends, I thought, for a while. He got under my skin, though, and made me get pretty mad at him. And I made kind of a nasty video about him, but, you know, my running for the water board isn't even about Chad Sigmund. I wish it didn't look that way. I don't like the water board, and I don't like the way they've done things, but overall, I don't blame Chad Sigmund. He's not been there long enough to blame. I don't know. Chad's a great guy. I don't know why he screws with me and makes me mad. But I don't know if he'll ever see this video, or if any of you watching this video will tell him, because we blocked each other. I'm not going to say anything else nasty about Chad. My campaign's not about Chad. I don't have anything against Chad. I never have. I don't know. My problem is with the water board and the way they handle things. It's with this project, the way they've done this project, the things that led up to this project, the poisoning of us. I mean, I just don't know how the public has let it go so easily. It's like everyone's forgotten when they came and put that picture on your porch. It's like that problem isn't fixed yet. I feel like nobody remembers that even happened. That problem isn't fixed yet because they're just now working on it. And I don't see the water board telling everybody, hey, you should still be using those pictures. So that's the one thing that does kind of make me mad about Chad. He's not the reason for the problem, but he is complacent to the problem. You know, I don't see the water board saying, hey, you know, we're working on all these pipes, but we haven't changed them yet, so you should probably still be using that picture we gave you. You know, and there's nothing you can do with the lead. Boiling your water, doesn't matter, doesn't get rid of lead. Can't smell it, can't taste it. Oh, look how bad this road is. I'm going down here. I don't know, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. It's terrible for you. It'll make your kids dumber. It'll give adults high blood pressure. It can, you know, seriously affect unborn children. It will shorten the lives and ruin the health of your pets. I mean, this is serious stuff, people. This is not a small thing. And it's just like everybody forgot. I don't know. And that's why I'm running for the water board. Like, I feel like these people shouldn't be on there anymore. And like I said, I don't really blame Chad so much. I blame him a little bit for the complacency and not talking about it more. But I don't blame him for it happening. No, I blame Al Cox. How long's he been on there? A long time. Like, don't tell me Al Cox is completely without any guilt. I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't even be talking about this much. Y'all are here to see how the roads are, and this one's terrible. Adams Avenue, terrible. I'm burning tires here. So anyway, just to kind of wrap that up, I got into a little fight with Chad because he made me mad, but if Chad wants to focus on the issues, I'm all about focusing on the issues. I don't have anything personal against Chad. I don't want to talk about him. We don't even have to act like we're against each other in this election. I'll never say another word about him. I just wish the water board would do a better job letting people understand how bad the lead is. And you know, they've done things to make it better. The orthophosphate, I don't know if people are aware of that. It's a chemical that they introduced into our water that supposedly lowers all the levels. I don't know. It's just another chemical to me. Just another chemical that I know I'm ingesting if I drink the water now. And supposedly it's food grade and safe and everything, but who knows? Today it is. In 20 years it'll be why we all have cancer. And then they'll be like, oops, sorry, that wasn't safe after all. It's just another freaking chemical in the water as far as I'm concerned. And I mean, I guess they had to do something. They are trying to fix it, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying. I won't talk any more about it. The bottom line is, though, it's not about Chad. Me running for the water board is not about Chad. It's about my anger with the water board, and that's been long term. Ever since they put the picture on my front porch, I've been mad at the water board. Ever since I started doing research and reading about how bad lead is and how the Clean Water Act was passed in 1986, and then I started finding out things like the prior GM was involved in lawsuits where he knew about the lead. I don't know. I could go on and on, but I'll stop talking about it. I have very good reasons for running. They're not personal. So I'm not going to talk about Chad. I can talk plenty about the water board without talking about Chad. These roads are spectacular, considering. I'll tell you what, man. I would put, for as big as a city as Clarksburg is today, and as much as we've taken away from the Public Works Department over the years, these guys do an amazing job. I mean, they hit this stuff fast. I started driving around town at, 7:15, 7:20, and I see they've been on almost every road I've been on. These are not just naturally melted, like a plow has been through here. They've at least scraped this and put down some salt. So shout out to Clarksburg Public Works. Good guys, man. Good guys work there. Made my life easy when I was on city council. Never a time when I had to ask any of those guys to do anything twice. They know what they're doing. Especially my old buddy John Workman, who's retired now. That was my guy. So shout out to John Workman too. Maybe he'll tune into this. I know he's a member of the site. So coming across Winding Way now from Adamston towards Staley. Headed back towards my house. So this video is going to be ending when I get home. Not terrible. I mean, it's slick. But if you take your time and have a little bit of sense, you'll be alright. Route 50 was spectacular. I didn't go on 79, but I assume if 50 was good, 79 probably is too. Drove through Bridgeport. Just giving you a rundown of where I went. 131 was fine. Main Street all the way through Bridgeport was spectacular. Came down Old Bridgeport Hill past the car lots. It was pretty nasty. Considering the amount of snow there is right now, though, I assume a little bit of sun will cure this right up. So, anyways, I hope everybody has a good day. I hope you enjoy your Sunday. And everybody be safe. Don't hit your brakes hard and you'll be fine. Talk to you later.